Hey, how's it going everybody? It's Cydia Technologies here, and in this video I want to show you guys my top 10 favorite Cydia tweaks. So let's not waste any more time and let's get right into it. So like I said, in this video I'm going to be showing you guys my top 10 favorite Cydia tweaks. Now there may be a few extras, so maybe I'll title this top 10 plus bonus tweaks, but basically I'm just going to be showing you guys my favorite tweaks that I have downloaded so far onto my iPhone 5 here. So let's start with the first one, and if you haven't noticed it already, it's the lightning going on right now over my wallpaper. And this tweak is called Weatherboard for iOS 8. Now they do have an iOS 7 version for this if you are still on iOS 7, but right here you can see Weatherboard, and you can see there is the condition overlays. So if I go into overlays here, you can see there's things like the tornado. So if I tap tornado, it'll give you a little preview, or you can do thunderstorm, which looks really cool. There's lightning, or that was dust. There's lightning, but lightning doesn't really show up very. Oh, there it goes. But I usually like to keep it on severe thunderstorm because severe thunderstorm just, it shows a lot more lightning and a lot more light. So it looks really cool. Then there's condition wallpaper. So if you want a day, so like say you did a severe thunderstorm during the day, you can see all the rain, the thunder up there, and there might even, yep, there's the lightning right there. And you can even do ones for the nighttime. So if I do isolated, no, let's do severe thunderstorm again. You can see it looks a lot darker, but it does look very cool. Now you can, like I said, set these for your home or lock screen. Then there's things like mixed rain and sleet. You can barely even see the rain, but you can see the sleet when it shows up. So that is Weatherboard, and you could even choose your cities. So let's say I'm going to do this. I'm going to do Renton, right there, Renton, Washington. Nope, not that one. That's not what I said. Renton, Washington. You can see right now it's just dark. It's just dark and cloudy where I am right now. You can choose to turn the overlay off or on, so you can either have just the regular wallpaper, which is the condition itself, or have the overlay on and have it overlay over your wallpaper, which I think is actually a really cool tweak. Now cancel. I need to go back. So that is Weatherboard. Now the next one I want to talk to you guys about is Springtomize 3. Now Springtomize 3 is pretty much your all-in-one tweak to customize just about everything. So you have your kill switch right here, and then you have all your customizable options right here. You have your animations, your app slider, which your app slider is actually your app switcher. Then you have your control center, your dock, folders, icons, lock screen, notification center, pages, and status bar. If you just tap on one of these things, you can see there's just so many different customization options for everything. I already tapped on icons, but you can just change so much about this. Now the next one I want to talk to you guys about is actually Power Tap. Now this tweak, sorry, I actually did its own separate video on, and I will leave a link right now on the screen, like on my iPhone home screen, where you can check out that video if you would like. But Power Tap basically allows you to add more toggles to the power off. So you can see the slide to power off, which is normal. Tap it, slide to reboot, tap it again, slide to respring, and tap it again. You get to slide for safe mode if you need to force safe mode, and then tap it again and you go back to power off. And you can change all the different slider names right there, and you can choose which ones you would like to have reboot, respring, or safe mode. Now the next one I want to talk about is actually, I'm going to bundle these ones together. So they are going to be Polis, CC Live Brightness, and CC Hide. Now these three tweaks are all based around the control center. So you can see a couple of them already in process right now, or already working, which is Polis as well as CC Hide. Now Polis basically just allows you to customize the control center a little bit. So you can see I took out, I believe, the clock and the calculator and replaced them with Cydia and Instagram. so you can change your quick launches as well as the toggles for your switches. Now CC hide, I did a separate video on this one as well, but you can see that it's already working, and it is hiding right now my MIDI controls as well as my airdrop / airplay. And then the last one is CC live brightness. Now you can basically, what this tweak does is allows you to hide the rest of the control center while you change the brightness of your device, which I think is actually a really useful tweak. And now let's go ahead and jump into the settings really quickly of all these tweaks. So here's CC hide, and if you want to see that video, I will leave a link again on my screen, or the annotation on the screen rather, and for those on mobile, then I will leave a link in the description for you. But CC hide, you can see enabled sections, settings, brightness, MIDI controls, airdrop, airplay. Then there's the conditional settings, which is the MIDI controls and the airdrop, which basically those are only present when you are when they are used. So like if I turn on my Bluetooth right now, Bluetooth, swipe down and swipe back up, you can see my airdrop is now there. Turn it off, and now it's gone. Now CC live brightness, you can see there's a kill switch, remove tint above CC, which we all know that when we do this, it would darken the interface. So if we do that, you can see it just dims it, which makes it kind of hard to judge your brightness. So I usually just turn that off. When you swipe it up, it doesn't change anything. You can also choose to enable or disable the brightness slider when you are doing this. So if you tap on it, you can see the entire control center goes away. So then you can change the brightness uninterrupted and kind of unintrusively. But I like to have the slider still there. And you can also choose to have it close the control center after you've adjusted your brightness. So if I chose to, oh no, okay, I'm done, it'll automatically close the control center for you. But I'm actually going to turn that off. Now the last one is Polis, and Polis, like I said, allows you to change the toggles and quick launches for your for your control center. So you can see the flashlight, Cydia, Instagram, and camera. And if you want, you can go ahead and choose that, hit that little plus right there, and choose apps to add to that. And you can even put toggles down in the bottom, or you can do custom things. Now I have not figured out what this does yet because I've not messed around with that. However, if you would like to go ahead and do that for yourself, then you are more than welcome to. And then if you want to edit your toggles at the top, which I have actually left alone, I've left them stock, you can choose the top shelf and change those however you would like. So those are those 3 tweaks, but I am counting those as one. So far we have looked over Springtomize, Weatherboard, Polis. There's another tweak that I might as well just talk about right now, but CC live brightness and CC hide. Now this little tweak that decided to show itself is quick music 2, and I actually need to get that out of there. There we go. So you can see that there are a few things to do with this. So there's the kill switch right there at the top, there's configuration and the creators. So I'm going to show those creators right now. There you guys go. They are, what is that? Gabriel Filipponi, I'm sorry if I butchered that, and Alessandro, I'm not even going to try that last one, I'm so sorry. But there is he is the designer. Alessandro is the designer, and Gabriel is the developer. Now if I go into configuration here, you can see the setup, and they do have a nice little setup process for you here. So you can see quick music, slide to setup, and that's actually really cool. There's obviously the enabled. Now you can choose to mark it'll show whether your songs are in the cloud or not. Album cover squared, legibility, activator action, adaptive light, what you want around the play button, the volume, or the elapsed time. I'm actually going to change that to the elapsed time. Which tint color do you want to use for the quick music interface? I chose black, and obviously if you want black, you need a white font to go along with that. Tutorial, I don't need the tutorial, but it basically just tells you how to use it, and I will show you guys that right now. Done. So I have the activator action of sliding down like this, and it'll bring up the interface like that. And if I drag this down right here, it'll bring up the interface just like that. And it looks almost like the control center, or sorry, notification center. But the other option is to just drag this up and it'll do pretty much the exact same thing, and then you just flick the music icon back down. So now if let's just go ahead and play some music really quick. So I'll hop into my music app. Now playing. So here's all time low. I'll actually turn that down. And if I go back home, do that, you can see it blurs it, and you can see this. And you can see around the pause button that it is slowly going around showing the elapsed time for the song. So that is Quick Music 2 for the iOS 8. Now the next one I want to talk about is Mobius. And Mobius, if you own the settings, there's just enabled pages and folders if you want this to work with the pages and folders paging, and scrolling snap for your scroll behavior. But okay, it went and did it again. Please, 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 thank you. Alrighty, so what Mobius is it just allows you to endlessly scroll through pages. So obviously I only have 2 pages. I have the home screen, the first one, and the second one. And then it scrolls right back. I do like this one because sometimes, you go this way. And even though it's kind of just simple to just swipe back, it is kind of also nice to be able to just continue swiping. And you can do the same for your folder. So like say you need to get to the last page, instead of swiping all the way to the last page, you can just swipe back from the first one and it gets you right to that page. So that tweak is very useful. I'm already starting to lose track of where we are in the number of tweaks. So obviously I will know this by the time I'm editing, but yes. So the next one I'll talk about is Cobalia, and I did a separate video on this one as well. And again, I will leave a link right now on the screen if you want to go watch that. But you can see right here, there is the enabled, the switches, which I'll get into a second, section labels, and the switch labels. So switches, you can see all my current switches, but where are these? Since there's the control center, well, if I double tap and go to the multitasking, Cobalia replaces your recent contacts with these toggles. And I do find this very useful because you don't want your control center to be too clogged up or too cluttered, I guess. So this is another great alternative, and it also allows you to put certain toggles for different applications and other types of tweaks. Now, the next one I'll talk about is No Annoyance. Now, what No Annoyance is it just blocks all of those annoying things, such as when you plug in your device. Maybe it'll say that your iCloud drive storage is full, or when it pops up saying, oh, you have 20% less left battery, the mail